What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my Let's Talk episode. I know it's been a long time since I've done any episodes of Let's Talk, and I mean a long time since I've done any episodes of Let's Talk. Your boy has been busy with life, school, trying to get things done. But what I can tell y'all is the amount of things that have been happening recently. And let me tell you, we need to talk about a lot. Oh, and did I forget to mention that this is episode 100? And I know we've been skipping a lot of numbers that were supposed to be going out in order in general, but somehow we managed to reach 100, and we're going to be talking over and going over a lot of things that a lot of people were talking about, and we need to be discussing what it is that we need to be talking about in general. So before we get into all of these topics, if you're new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Click the bell and do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. So let's get to the topics. So we all know that Hasbro brought the franchise 2 years ago, and Beast Morphers is a good show, but it has its flaws. Excuse me, in terms of storylines and bad writings. And a lot of people claim that this is Hasbro's official season. But the problem is, this was still in the production of the Neo Saban era. So, Dino Fury is going to be the official Hasbro season. For which, in fact, means that after Dino Fury, they're going to end up adapting more Sentai if they wanted to. And speaking of that, there's this news going around saying that the new Power Rangers movie is going to be connected to the TV show. And I mentioned this in my last video about them doing this connection to the TV stuff. When Turbo movie came out in 1987, it sucked, but it did connect to the TV show, setting up for the season. It was more of a pilot, even though it still sucked. Now, in terms of trying to connect the movie with the TV show, my gut feeling tells me, even though this hasn't been confirmed yet, but my gut tells me they're going to end up rebooting the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and making it more serious. I think they're going to take some elements from the Boom Studio comics. And when you do stuff like that, more people are going to want to tune in. More people are going to want to end up watching your stuff even more. As long as the writing is good and you get more character development for Rangers, because I know in the original Mighty Morphin series, Trini didn't really have that development, but she was developing, but she didn't really have anything developed, as a character in general. She may have like plenty of focus episodes, but she was not really that developed. So, but in terms of the movie wise, I would probably would prefer them to reboot the Mighty Morphin series, because if you go back all the way to the 90s, and like I said before, I said this in my news about the Hasbro and the Power Rangers movie. If you could do what Bumblebee did, have it set in the 1980s instead of doing all that time traveling, which is dumb. Why don't you do the same thing for Power Rangers? Have it set in the 1990s. But as long as the writing is good, that's really all that matters, really. So, I mean, I cannot go wrong with that. But the director, who is known for End of the Effing World and I'm Not Okay with This show, Now I did see one of the shows this year, and I thought it was fine, but I did felt some stuff was pretty boring, and I can see why one of the shows got canceled after like what one season. And I did like his direction style, you know, but I hope when he says something about time traveling, it's not true because I don't want that to be a thing. But if it is, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow for me. But I'm not really a fan of, you know, time travelings and other seasons. But as long as they do it right, because I really don't want them have brand new Rangers in the movies going way back into 1990s with time traveling and see the original Rangers. Like that's not gonna make any sense. If you were to have actors play the original Rangers, do it right, have it set in the 1990s, not going time travel mode because that's gonna sound stupid. If you're gonna do that, at least have the Time Force Rangers to do so. So, therefore, I don't support it. But I wanted to give this director the benefit of the doubt. If it does turn out good, then I'll be okay with this film. But if it turns out to be just as worse as the 2017 movie, then I'm done with Power Rangers. Because I can't keep on supporting stuff that they're going to keep ruining our childhood franchises if they're not going to put their heart and effort to it instead of just half butt on it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So let's get into some TV wise. So we all know that Dino Fury is going to be coming up next year because they're currently in production right now. So we already got the new cast members of. What's up, Sean? Nice to see you. So we got new members for Dino Fury, and if you haven't followed, if you haven't, if you haven't followed them on Instagram, you need to follow them because if you want more behind the scenes stuff, you know, even though I'm spoiling it, I don't care. Get mad at me, so what? If you want, you know, behind the scenes of the costumes and what their makeovers and stuff, you might want to follow them on Instagram, guys. I think you might end up seeing some stunt training from, you know, the actors stuff. Uh, yeah, but in terms of rumors about the Lightning Collection, about Wave 9, Adam Zeo Green, um, Leo Lost Galaxy Red, and I really don't know why they're re-releasing him. He was better off with Psycho Red, but I'm guessing they're gonna practice with the face models, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, so let's get into some other topics. And y'all know I don't like doing politics in my videos, but just got finished watching the debate a few hours ago because we all know that Joe Biden won this round because seems like he's more serious about the black community and he's willing to help out, do everything he can to turn this whole thing around and make it better. And the times when I listen to Trump, I just wanted to just close my ears. And my dad and I was watching it I mean, not last night. We were watching it downstairs, and Trump, he keeps on doing this. It's like whenever he's opening up with like you know, like how Donald Trump be talking, he be doing this a lot. It's like he's making a butterfly shape. He opens it and then he closes it. Okay, so YouTube be acting stupid right now. But yeah, man, I think Joe Biden might end up becoming president on November 3rd because Like I said, man, look, y'all need to get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? I already voted. If y'all not voting, man, y'all better get out there and vote. Because we need to get this scumbag out of this office because he's already turned this country into a war zone. He don't care about black people. And the part that really got me is when Trump said he's the least racist in the White House. That part really got my head spinning like crazy. Because I know this cat did not just say that he's the least racist, which we all know that you are 100% racist. You really are 100% racist. Like, you can't be serious with that kind of statement. Like, come on, fam, you can't be doing that. And, you know. But I just want to get that out of the way because the debate was a lot better than the last one. But what I do got to give Joe Biden credit for saying, well, telling Trump, shut up. With that last comment, that my favorite line from that dreadful first debate, but at least Joe Biden made the best of it. And the people said that they were going to mute Trump each time when he interrupts Biden. They didn't. Sorry, I'm watching the game. Sorry. That's why I'm not looking at the camera. So, so getting back to some other topics that I want to bring up as well. Yeah, yeah, Brandon, I heard you. Make sure, yeah, man, make sure y'all go out there and vote, cause the election is next month. Just go out there and vote. My last time saying it. All right, so moving on to another topic I want to bring up. So the Undertaker is going to be coming back, you know, but he's not coming to wrestle. He's just going to make an appearance, you know, in Survivor Series, and a lot of you people were, you know, crying and complaining how he didn't really retire on the show when he retired on Father's Day, and he claims that the documentary didn't really set his full retirement all the way through. Number one, Mark Calloway is smart enough to retire just like this in the middle of the pandemic because somehow he's come to his realization that he's got to come back to Survivor Series and retire like in fashion. Because let's not forget, 30 anniversary would be 30 years would be his anniversary of his since his debut. And since then he's gonna be talked about for many, many years to come. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just looking at the game. Deshaun Jackson just got injured. So, but yeah, man, Undertaker is coming back at Survivor Series this year. Will mark his 30th anniversary of his since his debut, and I'm looking forward to that. Some people said that he's coming back as the Dead Man or the biker gimmick. I don't care which gimmick he is or he's coming back on, but as long as he's not wrestling, that's really all that matters. He stated that he doesn't want to wrestle anymore, according to the documentary. If you haven't seen that, The Last Ride, it's out there. It's free on YouTube, man. Go check it out. So, yeah. I mean, like I said, Brandon, this year will be his debut. Well, his 30th anniversary since his debut. Because he helped carry this company for 30 plus years. And he made this company for what it is today. I mean, yeah, you got your Stone Cold, you got your The Rocks, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Goldust, DX, and your Vince McMahon, the Attitude Era. But I feel like Undertaker helped made this company better for what it is now in terms of his character. But what really made his character go through the roof was his ministry of darkness. What darkness? His ministry of darkness gimmick is what helped carry his character for at least like 2 years though, late '98 and through 1999. But in terms of his character wise, his biker gimmick was even showing up a little bit during his promos when he allied himself with the Big Show with a unholy alliance. You know, I didn't really like that too much because Undertaker was not really wrestling that much. He was suffering from a growing area, and that's how I know a lot of stuff. But you guys get the picture. But once he got into his biker gimmick, that's when his well, somebody said that SmackDown right now is TV 14, but yeah, I am excited for Miles Morales though, but too bad I'm not getting the PS5 because it's still $500 though, because I'm not getting no PS5 because I rather get my PS4 because I don't want to get buy too many game consoles knowing that how expensive they're gonna be. But if I did, I'm gonna have to sell my PS4. But I might keep my games. But I'm also thinking about um, getting a PS5 if I have to like sell it on sell it at the flea market or or just give it back to the stores or something like that. But I did hear something about the PS5 being compatible to all games, PS1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, from PS1, 2, 3, 4 games on the PS5 system. If it is true, then I'm willing to, you know, buy it, check it out, because the controllers look really awesome. The colors of it looks nice, even though they still got it in my blue favorite color. So they're dope. But I also heard that they're doing the auditions for the Miles Morales live action movie. That's what I heard, but I'll probably do a video on that soon because I think Miles is an interesting character. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how they're going to do it, but as long as the story is well written, that that right there is really all that matters. Yesterday, I was watching Kane's storyline from 2003, late 2003, and when he took off his mask and turned heel, his character just went straight demonic mode, or should I say, yeah, demonic. You know, like it's like you're dealing with a mental patient just coming out of a psychiatric war. A psychiatric facility, and they're out there setting people on fire, hurting people left and right. That's kind of like how Kane's character was back in 2003. But around 2004, his character got worse, forcing himself on Leah, marrying her and all that, even though they're not really married. The whole storyline between him and Matt Hardy and stuff was really cool. But his storyline with Shane McMahon was really interesting, but it kind of helped Shane McMahon's character grew even more, in my opinion. Uh, Try to see what else I want to talk about. Oh, I haven't really doing any Beast Morphers episode reviews because I have people telling me about the ratings for Beast Morphers is this and that. Well, let me just say this: I can care less about the ratings. Ratings mean ratings mean nothing to me. They don't. What I care about is how good the story is, and how good the writing is, and how good the acting is. That's really all that matters. Forget about the ratings. So maybe in the future when I do an episode review, don't ever bring up the ratings because I really don't care about them. I don't. Well, his character didn't really get ruined until 2012 when he came back and teamed up with Daniel Bryan. Because I just feel like they just ruined his character and made him to a joke. But his character from 97 to 2004, in my opinion, was a bit darker because he was pretty much better off as a heel than a babyface. Unless you're doing it right, then yeah. So tired, y'all. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. Last Sunday we were playing against who we play? I don't know who we played, but that quarterback really ruined the game for us though because all he had to do was just ran into a touchdown to go for second two. He really didn't have to, throw it to his guy knowing that nobody was going to be there. This is one of the reasons why I do not like the Washington football team. This team sucks and no name. They're a joke. They're trash. But I'm not going to say anything bad about Ron Rivera even though he's fighting cancer, well, I literally felt like the team is not really fighting for him. Scoring touches, scoring touchdowns, getting uh, um, getting interceptions, running the ball more, and just protect the quarterback. And this team is like this team sucks. Like they are trash, bro. Like I'm like seriously. You know, I tried watching this team, but I just like I just stopped watching their games altogether because I mean this team just went downhill since then, and I'm not gonna be surprised if they're gonna end up you know canceling the Washington football team if they can't not function as a team. Then they would have been losing a lot of games. That's why the team sucked. So why bother watching it? But yeah, man, I think that's all I got for y'all, man. If I do another episode of Let's Talk, I'll probably do some more news if I forgot something. Just let y'all know what's up. And yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in. I know it's been a while since I did an episode of Let's Talk. Well, episode of Let's Talk, and my speech is getting weird. Maybe it's because I'm tired, but yeah. I'm hot. I'm gonna turn my AC on and I'm gonna go to bed. Holla at y'all tomorrow.